My name is Brian Maldonado. I have been fire performing for over 7 years, and I also am an actor, filmmaker, obviously, musician, activist, do a lot of other things. I started fire performing. I was at a music festival, and this person, they didn't have any proper border cones set up. They had what's called a poi, which is a piece of Kevlar about the size of my fist, attached to a chain. There's a handle at the other end. They're swinging it around, and they came this close to hitting me in the face, lit. And I had a revelation. It was as if you took gasoline and poured it on me and lit me on fire. I realized that what fire performers provide is a basic human need to feel alive. So I was obsessed with learning how to do it. I couldn't find anybody willing to teach me. I finally found a guy, and I kept email after email after email. He said, "Seriously, you're becoming a pervasive, absolute fucking pain in my ass." And he actually called me on Skype. He said, "Okay, what are you going to bring to the table?" I said, "A determination." He said, "No, what skill sets do you already have?" He said, "Let me be real with you. This is actual fire you're playing with. You can get burned. Don't you know what happens to people?" He first made me look at 7 hours of burn victims of third-degree burns, just for me to educate myself on what I'm getting myself into. You're playing with actual fire. You have to have respect for it. Any idiot who picks up a torch and says, "Yeah, let's go," you get what you deserve. So I spent 2.5 years on and off 4 times a week learning the basics. Everything from how to put border cones around, how to do what's called a controlled accident, meaning that I'm not always going to have control over this all the time. So the trick is to know how to move it out of the way, how to alleviate the burn, and how to alleviate the amount of accidents. And also to make sure that nobody around me is going to get hurt in the process. It's a lot of fun. It's dangerous. There's a thrill in wow, look at that. I get up, I go to, because I live in my van, I have to charge my phone somewhere where there's power available. That will let me drink coffee, use the bathroom. Then I'll go find somewhere to wash up. Then I'll usually do my errands during the day, but I usually practice at nighttime because that's when parking lots are empty, that's when people go home. I've had some legal issues with my kids. My kids just came back in my life. When I was a lot younger, when I wasn't doing this, I had Child Protective Services call on me and my ex. And due to a faulty and sketchy court system, I lost parental rights to my kids. The home they grew up in was abusive and horrible. I'm not going to get into details out of respect for my daughter. One of the things I'm going through right now is my daughter is now married, has a baby. Impulsively got pregnant, got married, has a baby. And due to the overwhelming nature of what's going on with my autistic son who lives in a group home, he was talked into filing an order of protection against me. She now is distancing herself from everybody. It's stressful, it hurts. I miss my kids every day. They just come back into my life just to be pulled out of my life again. That's one thing I go through every single day. My partner who created Inferno with me, Disa King, she got stabbed in the stomach while busking with a fired hula hoop. And she sent me a picture of it was about this big, right here on her stomach. And that's the harsh reality. During the pandemic, her one daughter passed away, and now just recently she's dealing with her son who got in a horrible accident. That's as much of her personal business as I'm going to divulge. She'll always perform. That is her aum. Anybody who's a fire performer, it's whenever we toss this torch in the air, everything just melts away. No matter how dangerous it is, when that torch is flipped and we're at risk of burning ourselves, that's when everything else seems to go away. It's the one time that we feel alive and free. When we're not oohing and eyeing and bringing street culture, it's a very lonely proposition. And also, it's a very misunderstood art form. You know, if you've ever seen Inferno, which you have, every single one of those people go through hardships. I've had to take long breaks from doing this because real life problems happen. Yeah. Your head is not in it. I'm not going to dare pick this up because I'm going to hurt myself or hurt somebody else. Yeah. And third-degree burns are no joke. If your head's not in it, or if you have a lot of things going on in your life, they say don't pick up a torch until you know you're in the right headspace. Yeah. Fire performers, we deserve a lot more love than we get, a lot more consideration. Unfortunately, there's many of us out there, we don't have proper representation. which we should have. I wish you did. But I would say to anybody, if you're going to show love and appreciation for it, know about it, educate yourself, because being a smart spectator helps just as much as it does being the performer. Because an intelligent spectator could also sit there and they could prevent accidents from happening.